Once again, sir, good afternoon. I am Jericho Untalasco, and we will discuss training and development, particularly in local government unit. Talent development. Based on Section 1, Rule 8, the Omnibus Rule implementing Book Number 5 of Executive Order Number 292 and other pertinent civil service law and rules, and state that every official and employee of the government is an important asset or resource to be valued, developed, and utilized in the delivery of basic services to the public. Hence, the development and retention of highly competent and professional workforce in the public service shall be the main concern of every department or agency. Every department or agency shall establish the continuing program for the career and personal development for all agency personnel at all levels shall create an environment or work climate conducive to the development of personal skills, talents, value for better public service. Section 2, Rule Number 8 of Omnibus Rules implementing Book Number 5 of Executive Order 292 state that each department shall prepare a career and personal development plan, which shall be integrated into national plan by the Commission, which shall serve as the basic for all the career and personal development activities in the government. In the local government unit, the local chief executive shall be responsible for all the development of his and her employee for his purpose. The local chief executive may avail of the services of the local government academy and the other learning institution like Development Academy of the Philippines, the UCNCPAL, the Commission on Audit, the Civil Service Commission, and other learning institutions of the Philippines. Establishing a continuing program for the development of the personnel, each department or agency, LGU, shall design. Training design is developing a new training and education course and the lesson for your existing employee. Is the root of the gap in the training and fills them in with new material for better performance in allowing you to team or to grow their skills rather than becoming static in the role. Implement and evaluate in the service and training and development program, evaluating the existing technique or procedure of the department or agency and how will they improve the implement and the same will be adopted of the personnel of the said agency solely and in coordination with the commission and other government agency and institution. A specific budgetary allocation of at least in annual budget shall be assigned for human resource development such as program include the following. Introduction program refers to the program for new strengths in the government to develop their pride, belongings, and commitment to the public service. Orientations refer to activities and course designed to information new employee about agency government programs, trust, and operation as well as their duties and responsibilities as well as benefits. Reorientation program refers to the course designed to introduce new duties and responsibilities, new policies, and programs to employees who have been in the service to quite sometimes. Professional slash technical slash scientific programs in the specific professional and technical scientific area for enhancement of skills and knowledge of the second level personnel in the career service. Employee Development Program refers to a course aimed to maintaining a high level of competence on basic workplace skills among employees in the first level career service. Middle Management Development Program refers to the asset or series of planned human resource interventions and training courses designed to provide division chiefs and other officials of comparable ranks with management and administrative skills and to prepare them for greater responsibilities. Value Development Program courses which are designed to enhance and harness the public service value of participants to be effective government worker. Pre-retirement program refers to the course which are intended to the familiarize would-be retirees on the government retirement plan and the benefit as well as available business opportunities or other or who option. Executive Development Program refers to activity and experiences and continuing education intended to enhance the managerial skills or government officials. Once the conduct of the following value related to programs that are intended to minimize graft and corruption in the government. Take note, each department should include a specific budget allocation for human resource development purpose. At least 3% of the annual budget shall be set aside for the purpose. Based on the Section 8, Article 8 of the Omnibus Rule implementing Book 5 of Executive Order 292. Accountability of local officials and employees. Public official and employee must at all times be accountable to the people. Discipline is needed to serve and protect the interests of the agency and the state as well. Section 1, Rule number 14 of the Omnibus Rule implementing Book 5 of the Executive Order 290 state that no officers or employee in the civil service shall be removed or suspended ex- except for the cause as provided by the law and after due process. Administrative offense with its corresponding penalties are classified into grave, less grave, and light depending on the gravity of its nature and the effects of said acts on the government service. Section 22, Rule number 14 of Omnibus Rule implementing Book 5 of Executive Order 292. CSC Resolution number 07-0958 emphasized that the disciplining authorities should be imposed the proper penalties as mandate in the uniform rules of the administrative case in the civil service. As government official, we should know the RA 6713 or other known as the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standard for Public Officials and Employees. Section 4 Norms of Conduct of the Public Officials and Employees. A commitment to the public interest. Uphold the public trust. Second is avoid the wastage in public funds and revenues. Letter B is professionalism. Highest degree of excellence, professionalism, and skills into the performance of duty. Letter C is justness and sincerity. Number one is in the context of the law. Justiceness means as impartial decision of conflict claims. Second, sincerely may be defined as the state of the mind which is truthful, free from desire and hypocrisy. Letter D is political neutrality. Provide service to everyone without unfair discrimination and regardless of the party affiliation of preference. Letter E is responsive to public. Extend the prompt and courteousness and adequate the service to the public. Practice and ensuring that the public are served fully and responsibly by government agency and official. Letter F is the nationalism and the patriotism. Loyalty to the republic, and to the Filipino people. Defend the Philippine sovereignty against the foreign intrusion. Section 5 Duties of Public Officials and Employees. Letter A. Act promptly on the letters and requests. All public officials and employees shall within 15 working days from the receipt thereof response to the letter, telegrams, of other means of communication sent by the public. Letter B. Submit the annual performance report. Within 45 working days from the end of the year, every government office, department, and companies must submit their performance report. Letter C. Process documents and paper expeditiously. Papers and documents must contain not more than 3 signatories. In the absence of duly authorized signatories, the official next in rank or officer in charge shall sign for and their behalf. Letter D. Act immediately on the public personal transaction. Public official and employee must attend to anyone who wants to avail his service. Letter E. Make document accessible to the public. It is the responsibility of the head of department, office, and agencies to establish, measure, and standard that will ensure transparency and openness in the transactions such as bidding and all other involving public interest. Based on the RA 9184 Section 8, procurement by electronic means. Section 7, Prohibited Acts and Transactions. Letter A, Financial and Material Interest. Public official and employee shall not directly or indirectly have any financial or material interest in any transaction requiring the approval of their office. Letter B, outside employee and their activities related to prohibition in the private practice of profession and to accept employment in any private enterprise regulated by their office. Letter C. Disclosure and or misuse of confidential information. Public official and employee shall not use or divulge confidential information. Letter D. Solicitation or acceptance of gifts. Prohibited the acceptance directly or indirectly of the gifts or anything of monetary value from any person in the course of their official duties under Article 210-212 of the Revised Penal Code. Section 8, Letter A, Statement of Asset and Liabilities and Financial Disclosure. As form to be submitted by the public official or employee stating their properties, asset, income, and financial condition, to be filled up within 30 days from the assumption of office or on before April 30 annually. Correct. Section 9, Divestment. When a conflict of interest arises, a public official or employee shall resign from his position in any private business enterprise within 30 days from his assumption of office and or divest himself of his shareholding or interest within 60 days from such assumption. Section 11, Penalties. Fine not exceeding the equivalent of 6 months' salary or suspension not exceeding for 1 year. Violation of Section 7 or 9 or of RA 6713 shall be punishable with imprisonment not exceeding 5 years or a fine not exceeding 5,000 pesos or both, and in discretion of the court of competent jurisdiction, disqualification to hold public office. The official or employee concerned may bring an action against any person who obtained or used a report for any purpose prohibited by Section 8, letter D of RA 6713. The court in which such action brought may assess against such person a penalty in any amount not exceeded 25,000 pesos. That's all. Thank you for listening.